In a small bowl, crumble 40 grams of fresh yeast or 8 to 10 grams of dry yeast. Add 1 spoonful of sugar and 200 milliliters of warm water. Mix everything together and leave it for 10 minutes to allow the yeast to activate. Pour the flour into a mixing bowl. You'll need about 500 to 600 grams. Add 1.5 tablespoons of salt and mix it all together. Next, add 400 milliliters of warm water and 70 milliliters of oil. Stir gently. Then add the activated yeast. Continue mixing everything together. Gradually add more flour and keep mixing. Once the dough becomes slightly harder, add a little more flour and knead the dough. We used a total of 1 kilogram of flour for mixing. Knead the dough until you've collected everything from the bowl. When there's no more flour sticking to the bottom, pour in 30 milliliters of oil. Turn the dough and knead it some more. Leave the dough in a warm place for an hour to rise. While the dough is rising, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification icon so you'll be notified when we publish new videos. Now that the dough has rested, knead it on the table with a little extra flour. Separate a portion of the dough. Shape it into a ball and place it in front of you. Divide the remaining larger portion of dough into 10 equal parts. Shape each piece of dough into a ball. Take the first ball and stretch it out a little with your hand, then roll it out with a rolling pin. As you stretch the first one, set it aside and repeat the process with 4 more balls. You'll have 5 balls rolled out in total. Once all 5 are stretched, stack them on top of each other. Spread melted margarine between each layer. Pull the dough to the edges and gently press the ends together. Place the 5th piece on top, but don't cover it completely. Press down slightly and pour some flour on the table next to you. And transfer the layered dough onto it. Repeat the same process with the remaining 5 dough balls. After stacking both piles, it's time to cut them. Cut them into 8 parts. Take the triangles and arrange them in a baking tray. Lean each triangle against the one next to it. You should have 8 triangles filling about half the baking sheet. Once everything is assembled, adjust the details to make it look its best. Take the piece of dough you set aside earlier, shape it into a ball, and place it in the center of the assembled pastries. Let the dough rest for another 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, prepare the egg wash. Whisk together 2 tablespoons of light mayonnaise and 2 tablespoons of melted margarine. The dough is soft and airy, so handle it gently when applying the egg wash. Finally, you can sprinkle the pastry with your favorite toppings like sesame seeds, flax seeds, sea salt, cumin, or anything you like. Once you've finished sprinkling the toppings, preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius and bake the pastry. The pastry has been baked. We've baked it for 40 to 45 minutes, depending on how crisp you want it to be. After baking, brush the pastry with melted margarine and let it cool slightly before serving.